So, hello, my name is Kevin, and today I'm gonna be talking about transportation before, during the Industrial Revolution, and now. So, what's my research question? My research question is, how has transportation impacted people throughout history? And what was transportation like in this valley? So they used boats, which is still used now in India and Pakistan. Um, they had boats, and the boats were flat, and it was easier to go down rivers because it was flat, I guess, and because they could go down but the problem was they couldn't get up back to where they were supposed to go. Okay, next they had wooden carts pulled by bulls or bullocks, and they were walking, as we still do now. And they walked in groups because it was safer from robbers and animals, and they carried goods on their back. How does transportation impact people in this valley? So it was easier for them to travel from just walking, and they could move to other lands. Transportation helped us, and it helped them with their jobs. So, what was transportation like during the Industrial Revolution? So they had machines, boats, trains, horses, and they had this special thing called a toll, which we still have nowadays too, which means that you pay for to use the roads. And before, it was really slow, and it took a long time to go through towns and to places. And they started making, so there was a major change, which was they started making factories, which was a lot more work, and it was faster. So they needed materials to come in and to transport out. The canals were made to go straight to where they want to go, to give it to the city. And steam-powered boats were invented, so it created a lot more pollution. The new roads were made with flat stones instead of being really, really muddy, and it was easier to travel, and it was way more safe.
Now today, armies and volunteers are a lot places.
So the impact during the Industrial Revolution was they found it easier to go to places, and it was easier to do their jobs. They started using trains, and they used horses. So, the transportation today. They now have cars, trains, airplanes, motorcycles, bikes, buses, helicopter, hovercraft, walking, and BTS and MRT. So we now have trucks, like 10-wheel trucks, and we can transport a lot more at the same time. We have highways to easily go places. We have good roads, better than before, and it was very, very fast to go places. So boats can now go across the world before, and you can now use airplanes. So how is transportation impacting people today? So we find it really very easy, almost too easy to travel. It was quick. There was makes people move. You can now go further. So like before you can go village to village, and now you can go continent to continent. So what's the answer? So basically, yeah. So it was faster, a lot more easier, more comfortable, can go longer distance, can travel more things at the same time, and it's way more safer. So about the speed, so they started with carts, and then goes to trains, and then cars. And the quantity, which is like the amount, from small boats, which they can bring stuff on, small boats, to steamboats, to now ships. And how it's safer is because they used to have dirt roads, and now they have flat stones, and now they have highways. The distance is, before you could travel around villages, and then during the Industrial Revolution you can go cities and then continents. Thank you.